Hi everybody, this is Greg Drevenstedt with Rider Magazine. I'm standing with the 2021 Triumph Tiger 850 Sport on a windy day, so the camera's bouncing around a little bit. But this is the newest model in the middleweight Tiger adventure bike lineup for Triumph. Last year they updated the middleweight lineup. They went from 800s to 900s, gave it more displacement, more power, more technology. Even though this is called the 850 Sport, this has the same 888cc inline triple that's in the Tiger 900s, but it's been detuned a little bit. Whereas when we last tested a Triumph Tiger 900, we got about 90 horsepower at the rear wheel and 59 foot-pounds of torque at the rear wheel as well in Jett Tuning's dyno. This puts out about 82 horsepower, so it's a little bit lower, but not a lot lower. And the whole idea about this bike is to have a more manageable and affordable, really more road-focused adventure bike from Triumph. So the price for this is $11,995, so it's just under $12,000, whereas the Triumph Tiger 900s started about $14,700. So to bring the price down a little bit, like I said, it has the same engine, but they've used the suspension, which is Marzocchi. It's a 45 millimeter upside down fork, as well as a shock in the back, but also made by Marzocchi. But the front has no adjustability, and the rear, it's only preload adjustable, but it does have a convenient preload adjuster knob. But this is still a great bike. It's not like it's a bargain bin special. It's got Brembo Stylema calipers up front, which are some of the best in the business, give it really nice braking control and feel. Also, this bike is nicely spec'd out. It comes with riding modes, so you get a standard road mode as well as a rain mode, and rain mode softens the throttle response and power delivery. It also kicks up the traction control a little bit. So ABS is standard on this bike. It can't be turned off, it's not switchable, but traction control can be turned off. So the thing about this bike, you know, is with Triumphs, with their inline triples, which are in a lot of their motorcycles, it's really sort of the best of both worlds. You get the smoothness and high revving character of an inline four, but you get the down low torque and tractability of a twin. So on these models, it has what Triumph calls its T-plane crank. So it's got a 1-3-2 firing order, gives it a little bit more of a pulse feel, gives a really nice torque character. And the spread of torque is really wide and flat. So like I said, this makes about 58 foot-pounds of torque at the rear wheel, but you get that really throughout the rev range, which goes up to 10,000 RPM. So being an adventure bike, you know, it's a little bit taller. So the seat, which is dual height, it's 31.9 inches in this low configuration, but it can also be raised to 32.7. It's got a nice stepped passenger seat, grab rail, and a place to secure some luggage on the back. The windscreen up front is adjustable, and like most adventure bikes, really what makes them so enjoyable and so popular right now is it's really got a comfortable upright seating position. Wide handlebars, good leverage going into corners, but also you're sitting upright, you got plenty of leg room and can ride all day on this thing. I've put in several 300-mile days on this bike, and you know, like I said, it was comfortable, and you know, I didn't have pains in my back and so forth. So again, because this is, you know, one of these modern motorcycles that has technology that comes down from some more expensive bikes, even though it has fewer modes, it's got rain and it's got road, but it's got a nice 5-inch full color TFT display that's very customizable. So you can use the mode button to change your different modes. It's got a joystick here on the left hand grip where you can navigate the menu, change the appearance of the display, the information that comes up, trip meters and so forth. So the body work here, it's got a cool two-tone paint job. The way that the fairing is designed, it has twin radiators, so it has more efficient cooling, but it also pulls the heat away from the rider. But this bike can get a little bit warm on a warm day. You'll feel some heat, particularly on the left side. It has a 6-speed transmission with a slip and assist clutch, so it's nice smooth engagement, shifts really nicely and smoothly. And I have to say, there's something about Triumphs. I mean, they make adventure bikes, they make cruisers, they make things like the Bonneville retro bikes, make all kinds of motorcycles, sport bikes, and there's really something in the engineering that's really a baked-in user friendliness. It's very easy to live with a Triumph, to get used to riding it, and its various features. There really aren't what I would call kind of hard edges, things that would really frustrate you. So again, this is a really more of a street-focused adventure bike. It has a 19-inch front wheel, 17-inch rear, has cast aluminum wheels, but it has Michelin Anarchy 90-10 adventure tires. So you could go off-road on this bike. As I said, you can't turn off the ABS, but it's really aimed more for street riding, and it's really good for that purpose. It's quite comfortable. It gets good gas mileage. The tank holds 5.3 gallons, and we've put over 600 miles on this bike so far. We've gotten about 41 miles per gallon, which translates to about a 217 mile range. So if you're a little bit easier on the throttle, you could go even farther. So that's really great for taking long trips and tours. The Triumph Tiger lineup has a lot of accessories that can be that are specific to these motorcycles. So there's luggage options, there's light kits, you can add some bags in the back, and a lot of other things. So it's a very versatile motorcycle that can be customized for your purposes. So again, you know, to have the bike at the price point it is at $12,000, as I said, it takes away the suspension adjustability, but the suspension has really nice damping. It's very comfortable. I've ridden it on some really rough roads, and it handles itself really well. The chassis stays nice and stable, and it's really easy to control. So we're going to have a full review in Rider Magazine in an upcoming issue, so take a look at that. Please, you know, add any comments down below, and we'd love to have you subscribe. So for Rider Magazine, I'm Greg Drevenstead. Thanks for watching.